So for a moment, if we just watch our thoughts, if we just become aware of our thoughts, could anybody say they know their next thought? Some of you might have already tried this. Could any of you say you know your next thought? You know what your next thought is going to be? And if you're not sure, just keep checking, because it's a very useful little exercise if you've never tried it before. Okay. And when I discovered that, it was quite a revelation. I have no idea what my next thought is going to be. And the more and more I looked, I realized they just come. Different thoughts just come. They last a certain amount of time, and then they go. And this seems to be happening all the time. And I realized I didn't know the consequence of what this thought was going to do. How long it was going to last. And how it was going to go. And then the more I looked at it, and I was doing traditional Vipassana meditations, I started to see actually it's not a continuous stream of thoughts. There are gaps. There's a gap, there are thoughts. There's a gap, there are thoughts. There's a gap. Or the other way around. There's thoughts, there's a gap, there are thoughts, there's a gap. And at first it's more like that. There are thoughts, there's a gap, thoughts. But actually, if we look more and more carefully, there are gaps a lot of the time. And if you'd like to just check from your own experience, if you feel like it, and just notice that actually there are these little gaps, or sometimes there are big gaps. When I say big gaps, it could be several seconds or minutes or even longer. And this is happening to us every single day. Particularly, in fact, the waking part of the day, what we call the waking part of the day. There are thoughts, gaps, thoughts. So in those gaps, what are we looking for? In those gaps, is there anything missing? No. That's right. But keep checking for yourself. And that's the way I like sharing. Keep checking for yourself. Don't believe me, or I would say anybody else. Keep checking for yourself. Check from your own direct experience if this is actually your experience. And if it's not, then we can try it a different way. So if in those gaps we're not looking for anything, nothing seems to be missing, who are we? What are we? And that's where we're going with this set of pointers and this set of concepts, what we call this Advaita teaching, to try and find out what we really are, not just what our thoughts tell us we are. And this is one of the simplest ways of doing it, just to look at those gaps. Another way of putting it is when the mind goes on holiday, and I'm going to be more specific, the thinking mind, the mind of thoughts, goes on holiday, who are we? What are we? And sometimes that's all it's going to take to end the seeking, to end the search. When we recognize there's something that we are, which is right here, right now, and it's always present. We're not just what the thoughts are telling us we are. Good and bad.